begin. Good afternoon, and thank you all so much for tuning in. Today's class is a little bit late in starting. I should have started at 10:30 a.m., but it is now 12:58 p.m. So we're about 2 hours late in beginning today's class. And that does sometimes happen where there was about 2 hours of technical difficulties for me to begin teaching today. Today, however, there is only one class. Tomorrow as well, Tuesday, there's also only one class because this is the closing out of a study that I began teaching as I was learning way back in 2021 as to how a comet is formed. So everything that you have seen between every single platform that I've posted on talks about how a comet was formed and what brought the comet into being, and the items that I purchased is exactly what was happening with that comet. And I would like to thank NASA engineers for helping me with this study for the last 3 years, helping me down here on Earth in order to be able to recognize what it takes to create a planet like planet Earth from the forming of a comet. The next season of study that we will be looking at is what causes a comet to burst. What causes a comet to burst? And one of the things that I have just understood today is that a comet does leak. A comet does leak gas. There are, in the same way that we have things that are broken when we purchase them, and we try our best to take care of those things before they become broken, a comet does have splits and splatters, and it does become broken, and it does become damaged, and it takes time for the comet to heal itself. So we'll be studying that part as well as what causes a planet to explode. The part we studied was the creation of the planet and what it took to get all the gas into the comet, and how long it takes for a comet to explode. And basically the answer is 30,000 years it takes for a comet to explode. 30,000 years. So 3 years of study for us as humans is about 30,000 years for a comet explosion to happen. Now, what happens when a comet has exploded? We have a lot of spill. There is a lot of spill, and a lot of things on planet Earth is disturbed, especially including the fact that we have wires. Internet wires are disturbed, phone line wires are disturbed, wires of every kind is disturbed, which is probably what happened today, why I couldn't get to teach at 10:30 a.m. this morning. There was probably a comet burst that caused slow factoring and timing factoring to be an issue in even applying today's course, which is the end of the course as to how a comet is built. Alright, so the next course beginning as of Wednesday this week is going to be how a comet decides to burst, when and why, and what causes a comet to burst. Alright, so the physical elements. Y'all know that I'm doing 6 days off, and this is the 3rd week of 6 days off. So let me get into the products that I used this week for 6 days. Going in with this first, this is the Vaseline body cream, and this is the for dry skin, and this is the 48-hour moisturization. This is the Aloe Soothe with pure aloe extract. So I used this one for the last 6 days, and it's good. It's really good, actually. It's really good. I'm gonna go out and buy me another one because somebody in the house wants this one. Somebody in the house wants this one. You'll get it, but I have to have one for myself too. I also used this right here. This is the Cherry Blossom Brightening Toner, and this is from the Asian brand Montuna Tore. Montuna Tore, that's the Asian brand. This, however, is very, very, very drying to the skin. So if you're going to be using this under foundation, I suggest to use this with a very oil-based foundation in order to make the foundation sit well on the skin. So if you're going to use this, as it says, as a toner or as a face primer, because I do use this as a face primer, because use my toner as a face primer. If you're going to use it as a face primer, I suggest to use a very oil-based foundation, as the oils will stick to this very well. And then I used this, one of my all-time faves. This is the Mario Badescu Skincare, established in 1967, facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. Excellent, also excellent as a facial primer, excellent with dry skin foundation, works very, very well with foundation for dry skin. Y'all know that I used a lot of this in 2021, 2 large bottles, until my face told me I needed to take a break. And then I bought this one earlier this year to start using it again because my face kind of recognized that it drained out of the body. And so I bought this one to replenish what I needed to use. Really good. I also went in with this. This is the Yardley London Naturally Inspired Summer Breeze Fine Fragrance Body Mist with essential oils. I use this under my arm, and I also use this, but because the underarm factor here is very, very dry and very, very hard to rub on my skin, and it could cause my skin to tear and rip, I sprayed this on top of this, and then I went in with a second dose, and I used that in that combination to prevent my skin from being ripped with the drying factor of this underarm. And this is the Old Spice Pure Sport High Endurance. So that is the only thing I can say about this one, is that it's very drying on my skin, and it can cause my skin to rip if I didn't have these 2 combinations together to prevent my skin from ripping. Face wash, I went in with this. This is the 9 Wishes Ampule Cleanser Hydra Glowing Deep Hydration. And this is actually from the first time that I used this, I figured out how to use it. It's better to use it with 2 pumps instead of 1. You get the best results out of using it with 2 pumps, and it cleanses your skin even better with 2 pumps instead of 1. And the dirt does come off. Now, does it remove makeup? No, you have to use a makeup cleanser for that, and then you go in with with this to remove the dirt from under the skin, to not get that need to use the entire bottle pretty much in one day, because this can get pretty expensive to make. This is very expensive to make, even though it's sold on the lower end, but after entail cost, is really expensive to make because it doesn't come by very often. So this is a requested product that you must request to purchase it in order to be able to get your hands on it. Alright, and then I went in with this one. This is the oat milk and aloe hyaluronic acid, from the brand the Spa the Carry exfoliating foot scrub. This is a gel. This is a gel, and this tends to cool my feet when my feet are in very swelling motions from either dancing or being in heels too often. So that's what that does for me, is it cools my feet down. It cools any type of swelling down. It cools any type of factors down that may have caused my feet to swell, to cause me pain. That's exactly what this gel does. And once again, it comes with oat milk and hyaluronic acid. It smooths, nourishes, and repairs the foot. Alright, face mask that I did use. This is the Pore Detox Clay Mask with a willow balm and glycolic acid. Very hard to read the clear packaging. And this is from Spa-scription, and as you can tell, if you can see and you know color, this is the yellow clay that is used in order to create this mask. And I have this much left, and so I am going to be transferring it into the next container of 6 days off, just so that I can get the product finished off. Underarm spray that I went in with, but damn, this one is really stank. It smells really, really. This is the Yardley London Lily of the Valley body fragrance, and it says on the packaging that it's celebrating 250 years of fine fragrance. So y'all celebrating 250 years of stank? Y'all celebrating 250 years of just stank. Yeah, y'all celebrating 250 years of just real stank. Whew. Then I went in with this on my hands only, especially when I didn't want to write nothing. This is the Apothecary Designs Lavender Vanilla Hand Balm. You don't want to write anything. Take a couple hours off. Don't write nothing. Don't do nothing. Put this on your hands and you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta cook, you ain't gotta clean, you ain't gotta wash no dishes, you ain't gotta wash no clothes, no nothing for the next 2 hours with this on your hands. Trust me, you can get out a lot of doing nothing in 2 hours time with putting this on your hands. It works. I only use this a couple of times as a hand cream, but I did use it either way. This is the Orchard and Vine Strawberry Coconut Intensive Hand Cream. It's not as intense as the hand balm, but it still does make your hands really, really soft, and you can still be able to commit to doing tasks. So if you're trying to commit to doing tasks without really paying attention to do the task, use this one. This one will help you to not have to do it, but it makes you look like you're doing it. And 3 more products that I used for 6 days off. This is new. This is Mysterious Beach by Edition Definitive. It smells really, really good. It smells really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. She smells really good. She smells good. She smells good. I would buy whatever upper brand is up there with this. I'll spend $180 on this one. It's really good. I would also spend the full price on this one. This is Hidden Rose by Tom Ford. I would spend the full price on this one. It is absolutely also really, really good. I use this on my body and my body stays, well, he put a ring on it, so my body stays ringed up. And finally, to get just the outer palm of my hand, when one touches and then one goes, they know what type of shower you've had. This is Darling New York. This is attached to a perfume, but I used that in last time's 6 days off, and I didn't have anything for these two, so I carried this through for another 6 days off. And well, ask Neo knows how I smell with this one apparently, so give him a shout out and let him explain that one to you, but it's really good. And with that being said, this is the final video in the building of the COMMET. Tomorrow's video I will explain to you with the application and the makeup portion the name of the planet that was built and why the makeup portion consists of the name, because it consists of the letters of the name and how to break down the letters into different words and different forms. With that being said, that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will be back either Wednesday or Thursday of this week, beginning with the new course to explain the comet bursting and what causes the comet to burst. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.